Hi folks, HR Funk here. In my last couple of videos, I have been covering extensively my recently acquired Walther P99 AS Final Edition pistol. In the first video, I talked about this pistol's features, functions, its history, and some of the reasons why I think it never got all that popular here in the United States, even though I think it should have. In the last video, we headed off to the range to see how it shoots, and in this video, I thought I would finish things up by talking about some accessories that are currently available for the P99 Final Edition. And if you see anything in this video you're interested in, I would encourage you to order it sooner rather than later, because I have a feeling the supplies for these items are going to dry up very quickly. Everything I'm going to be talking about is currently available from the Walther website, and in fact I ordered these items myself. They were just delivered earlier today, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as I could, because again, if you see anything that you want to get for your Final Edition pistol or one of your older P99s, get it now, don't wait too long, or you might not be able to get it at all. Now the first accessories I'm going to talk about shouldn't really come as a surprise, and they are additional magazines for the P99 Final Edition. And these magazines are the 15 rounders. They also in stock still have 20 round magazines for the P99 and 10 round magazines for the P99. There are also some magazines available still for the compact P99s and some magazines for the 40 Smith & Wesson versions, but some of those are also already out of stock. I don't know how long Walther is going to continue to manufacture magazines. So again, if you want to get these, I would get them pretty quickly. Currently, these are $42 a piece on the website. Now, I know from other vendors, you might be able to find them a couple of dollars cheaper. I wanted to get some of these other items I'm going to talk about as well. So I went ahead and ordered the magazines also from Walther. And as you can see, they are genuine Walther magazines. So I'm not expecting any problems with the functioning. And if you saw my video from last Saturday, you know that the functioning with this pistol has been flawless so far, and I expect it will continue to be so, and I want to keep this type of magazine to ensure that type of functioning as I move forward. Next up, and this is kind of cool, currently there is a P99 Final Edition holster available from Walther. This is actually manufactured by Comptac. I'm going to take this holster out of the packaging and tell you a little bit more about it. And here is that Comptac holster out of its packaging. And as you can see, it is manufactured in OD green Kydex, intended to, I'm sure, match the frame of the Final Edition pistol. You can see right on the side there, it says Walther Final Edition. And the color isn't quite right. It's off a little bit, but still I like the idea that it is manufactured for the Final Edition pistol, and it says that right on the holster itself. This holster does have several different carry modes. It can be carried both inside the waistband via this clip for a right-handed shooter, or it can be carried outside the waistband by means of the paddle that you see on this side, or for a left-hand shooter you can swap these and carry it the same way on the other side of your body, or on the other side of the shooter's body. You can also adjust the cant of the holster depending upon exactly where you position these screws in relation to the screw holes inside. So you have quite a few different options here. And I will be carrying it most likely outside the waistband. I might also see if I can switch this to the offside and use this essentially as a belt slide outside the waistband holster. So I'll give that a try here in a little bit, and we'll see how that works. And with the paddle removed, I have the holster set up in the current crowd favorite, the appendix inside the waistband carry, or mode maybe I should say. And in that configuration, this holster holds the handgun very close to my body. And if I untuck my shirt, it conceals pretty well, even though this is a full-size handgun with a full-size grip. I have a little bit of a bulge there. Truthfully, I wouldn't worry about that at all if I was out wandering around, because most people are never going to notice that type of a bulge. Now, a lot of you know I don't care to carry my handguns in this fashion, but if you do, obviously this holster will accommodate you. Next up is a configuration in which I do like to carry my handguns, which is an outside the waistband strong side carry. And as you can see, I have the paddle now down inside of my waistband. It is holding the holster and the handgun very securely, and the pistol does lock into this holster, so I don't expect it's going to fall out of there. I'll give it a shake test here in a little bit and see. But again, I like this configuration, and obviously this holster will accommodate me. And the handgun, of course, in this orientation is very, very accessible. Next up is another manner in which I like to carry my handguns, which is cross draw. And you can see the CT holster can be set up in that configuration as well. By the way, if you're someone who doesn't like carrying a handgun cross draw and you don't think anyone should carry it that way, really, it's not going to do you any good to tell me that in the comment section. After 4 decades of carrying firearms virtually every day, I pretty much know how I like to carry them, and this is one way that I like to do so. I do wish the holster could be tilted just a little bit more. I would prefer it to be more at this type of an angle than this one, but this is as much angle as I can get to it. If I angled it the other direction and moved it back to the strong side of my body, then I could have the so-called FBI tilt to the holster, so you can set it up that way as well. And you can also change the angle if you want to go the inside the waistband route as well. By the way, the answer to my question from earlier as to whether or not you can use the belt clip to set up a strong side belt slide holster is yes. And again, I can change around the angle of this holster somewhat with the belt clip just as well as I could with the paddle in order to add a cant, or I could even add a reverse cant if I wanted to go that way. Okay, let's give that shake test a try. And you can see there are a couple of tensioning screws down there if you need to increase the holster's retention of the pistol, but it seems to be set pretty well as it arrives from the factory. I cannot shake that thing out of there no matter how hard I try, but it still comes out readily when you need it to. And last but not least, for the accessories to go with my pistol, and I'll freely admit this was an indulgence on my part, is a cleaning mat for the P99 Final Edition that shows the exploded view with all the numbered parts there. And this was $17.99, and I just really wanted it to go along with this handgun. So as I said before, all these items, the magazines, the holster, and the cleaning mat are currently available on the Valter website. And there's a quick look at the cleaning mat outside of its packaging along with the pistol. And by the way, that reminds me, I still need to clean this handgun from when I had it out at the range the other day, so I'll be taking care of that in just a few minutes. And there's one last look at the accessories I acquired from Valter for my P99 AS Final Edition. So there you go, folks. That's my quick video on my accessories that I have picked up to go along with my P99 Final Edition. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments about this video, as always, make sure you forward those to me. Remember, if you purchase anything from Optics Planet, be sure to use my discount code, which is... And if you use that discount code, it's good for 7% off your purchase from Optics Planet. Also, remember the discount code from House of Pain Munitions. If you go to House of Pain, you can use my discount code there, which is HRFUNK10, and that'll save you 10% off your purchase from House of Pain. Last but not least is the Target sponsor for the channel. Go to Target's online, check out their inventory, and see if they have anything that's going to meet your Target needs. See you next time, folks. And until then, good shooting. Bye-bye.